Okay, here we are in Design Space. This video is going to go over what every button in Design Space does and give you a basic overview of how to use Cricut Design Space. This new button here will create a new canvas. So if you have a project and you've already saved it or you want to start over, go ahead and click New. Templates allows you to put in a template of what you're making. So if you're making a backpack, you can put it in here. And note it says templates are for reference only and will not be saved with your project. But this way you can know about the size of what project that you need. So we don't need to have that template and we're going to go to New. So there we are back to a new Design Space. Projects allows you to access your projects, but also all of the Cricut projects as well. So if you wanted to make something, you can click here. It tells you everything that you need. It tells you the description of the project, the approximate finished size, what materials you need, as well as instructions on how to make the project. Images is what you will, if you want to insert your own image or an image from Cricut Design Space. You'll see here, anything with this A is for Cricut Access. Click the link in the video to learn more about Cricut Access, what's included, and how much it costs. If you don't have Cricut Access and you want to use these images with an A, it gives you the cost right here. This is also where you'll find any uploaded images that you have, which I'll explain here in just a moment. Text is pretty self-explanatory. It's where you'll add your text. I want to show you all the text options though. So we're going to just type simple hello. And then font. If we wanted to change our font, we can come here. Right now it's showing all of our fonts. If you want to see just fonts that you've uploaded, by the way, if you need a tutorial on how to upload fonts, check out the link in the description of this video. I have a whole post in the video on how to upload fonts. So this system will show you just fonts that you have on your computer. If you want to use just Cricut fonts, click here, and this will filter only the Cricut fonts. Layer has two different layers, so if you wanted to do two different colors. Single layer, this is perfect for writing, or if you want to make sure that you have a single layer font. And then there's also writing fonts. These fonts are perfect to use if you're going to be writing or using a Cricut pen. So let's say we wanted to use the Chloe font. The style is writing. We can change it to regular, bold, italic, or we already have it as writing. Font size is pretty self-explanatory. It lets you change the font size. Letter space. As you can see, these letters are not connected. If you want the letters to connect, I've learned if you do -1, it makes it so the letters are connected. You can also make the letters farther apart, but that is how you change that. Line spacing is if we had two lines. I'm going to double click this and add line. Line spacing is what changes how close your lines are. Alignment. This is if you want the two lines to be centered. If you want them to be aligned to the left or the right, that is where you'll do that. And you'll see the curve feature here is grayed out. The reason why is you can only use the curve feature on a single line font. So we'll go back to just plain hello, and curve you can do a specific degree. So you can do 90 degrees, or you can change it up or down. We're going to go right back to 0. And then advanced. This allows you to ungroup the letters. So if you wanted to do each letter a different color, this is what you would use to do that. Next up here, you'll see line type. So right now we are going to draw. So this means you're going to use a Cricut pen. And here you can select which color pen. Now you don't have to use the exact color. So if you have like an ultraviolet pen, you can still pick purple, it's fine. But I do suggest using a similar color to the actual pen you're going to use, because when you are prompted in later screens to load a pen, you want to make sure that you have the right pen installed. The other line types are cut, which is what you'll use to use a fine point blade, or score. Score is really only for lines. You don't really want to score letters. This will be for straight lines or circles. If you're going to do a print and cut, you can do print and pick the color, and that is what color will be printed. Edit allows you to cut your design or copy it. And then if we have another image, let me show you shapes. This is where you can add basic shapes. So we're going to have a square here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And this is where you can select both and we can align them so they're aligned center. We can also arrange, so let's say we wanted that box to go in the back, we can go send it back. If you wanted to flip it, a box is a bad example, but you can flip, because it's symmetrical, but you can flip items horizontally or vertically. You can also change the size of your box here, and you can rotate it. So if you want to rotate it 90 degrees, you click that way, and it rotates it. There are more options. This allows you to change the location of the box on your map. So if we wanted to move this to here, it moves the box over. Upload. This is where you will upload your own images. So you'll just go to upload image. You select your image here. I need to go into my SVGs and we will use this one. And to make sure everything looks good there, we can always change the title and just hit save. Now you have your SVG here. You can click it as long as you see it here in the button, insert image, and it is in your design space. Next, let's go over to our layers panel. If we wanted to, these items are already grouped together, so we're going to click ungroup, and that makes it so if I wanted to move the words around, we can do that. You also have an undo and a redo button here. As you can see, if we select all of them, we can now click group, and that groups everything back together. If we wanted to make a duplicate copy, we can do that here as well. And if we wanted to delete it, you can do that. Now, to go through this next layer, the eye is what you'll use to change visibility. So let's say we wanted that leaf gone. We can do that. And that allows you to make changes to just the pieces that are on there. Note, if we have this taken off and you click make it, those green pieces will not be on there. So you have all of those. Next, you'll see where it says cut. If we wanted to, let's change the visibility back on these. Let's say we wanted to draw these. We can go here to draw, and it is going to change it to draw, which will be, you'll be prompted to insert the pen, a black pen, which we have right here, or let's say we'll do purple. And you'll be prompted to insert a purple pen when you cut it. Next, you have the blank canvas, which is just this whole canvas here. Let me go into this bottom feature and we'll go back to our hello and our square to show you how to use everything here. We're going to select both items. Here we can attach it. This allows you, when you go to cut and or draw your project, it will stay exactly how you see it here on the screen. You can click detach. If you wanted to make this a print then cut, like let's say we wanted to make this a gift card, we'll make this box a little bit bigger. We're going to align it, center horizontally, and let's say we wanted to make this a print then cut tag. Just select everything and click flatten. That you will see here is cut then print. So what it's going to do is it's going to print a black box with the red hello in it, but it's only going to cut the black in Design Space. Once we have our project made, the next screen, you'll click make it. What you need to know on this screen is whether it's a print then cut or if it's a draw, it will say draw here, or if it's just a cut. Also your material size. You can change, on a print then cut, you cannot change the material size since most home printers only allow you to do 8.5 by 11. If you're doing a cut project, you can change the size of the material you're using. You'll also see the mirror feature. You'll want to use the mirror feature if you're doing iron-on because you print basically upside down iron-on. Now you'll see that our always stay humble and kind is jumbled. We don't want that. So to fix that, what you'll do is you'll come back to Design Space, you'll select everything and click attach. Now when we go to make it, everything all is in one. Another thing I forgot to point out is weld. If you wanted this all welded together, for example, let me show you. We're going to use a Chloe font because it is, let's use Magnolia. Magnolia Sky. So there's a couple options when you have your calligraphy fonts. We're going to space them so the letters are together. Now, right now you can click attach and it'll put the letters together. However, when you cut it, you'll have overlay of these letters, which we don't want. So instead, we're going to click weld, and that will weld everything together so that it comes in one solid piece and you don't have the ends of the cuts on the ends of the letters. To continue, this screen will give you the information that you need. First, you want to click your machine. This one that we're using is this Air 2. It's asking us to adjust the dial. We have it set to paper. If you wanted to do custom, you can click custom, and here you can browse all of your materials. Let's say we're going to do premium outdoor leather. This is going to prompt you what to do next. We aren't using a pen, so there is no tools. If you're using a pen, this is what, or the scoring stylus, it'll be here. Tells you which blade you need to use. Like I said, the fine point blade is what you'll use in 99% of your projects, and then it tells you what to do next. We're going to load our mat. Once our mat is loaded, you'll be prompted to press go and press the flashing go button. I hope this helps you understand Design Space a little bit better, and check out the other videos in the description for our machine unboxing video as well as a basic project video. Have a great day.